Yeah, we're here.
Where is here?
I guess where did we make ourselves? We're on our way to Crescent Falls. We're just a couple more minutes
I
away.
think we're at the lookout right now.
Oh yeah, we're at the Crescent Falls lookout, and then gotta go to actual Crescent Falls, do some reading. After that, we can have some breakfast.
Brekkie.
Some brekkie fast. We took some pictures already. Maybe I'll show it on the screen or something. I think it's a little bright, whited out. Hopefully it's not too overexposed or whatnot. Let's see here. Maybe. There you go. Okay, wait, let's bring this back up. Let's just go like that. So I can just change my field of view for that. So yeah, bop, right there. Holy. Now we're about to head to the actual Crescent Falls.
Can you walk
We'll see you guys there. Hopefully the footage isn't so dead. It's really bright. I have my ND filters for this in another bag, but just making our way down to Crescent Falls. Hopefully get some okay pictures. Yeah, do a little bit of reading. Maybe just prop this camera up wherever there's a bench. You guys didn't already know, I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3 to film this because it's just nice and handy. I'm gonna bring out my big camera all the time. Yeah, I got I got a Sony A7 IV body, and I recently bought the 70 to 180 from Tamron f2.8 G2. It's the long freaking name if you guys hear it. No, let's go over here. Oh, I forgot about that, but yes, I have been there.
There's a rock sitting in the ice, and it's obviously melted a little bit down.
Oh, really?
Waterfall. Good picture.
I bet. I'll go there. We'll go there later. Thanks for telling us. All right. So if you guys can see, okay, I can't see. But just kind of focus on that. So you guys see, it is the 70 to 180 millimeter f2.8 Di3 VCVX DG2. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with my purchase, or maybe I'm just saying that because I don't want that 1,500 to be gone from my pocket just like that, but pretty nice. I really like it.
Look at that cliff.
Then I also have this Falcon clip. Yeah, just to kind of hold it there. I'm also happy with that purchase. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that, y'all. Look at that right now.
We are gonna see it.
Look at that right now.
So that's the
canyon.
That's how you go up to the lookout. That's where we just were.
Yeah.
So we took the easy way.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, you can walk it or you can drive through. So yeah, that is, I guess we can keep going. We are at Crescent Falls. It's actually nice right now. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. Say it again.
It's kind of nice. You hear that? It's kind of nice.
It's kind of what?
It's kind of nice.
Sorry, one more time. Man's at work, locked in. You guys want to go with me?
Yep, you guys are going over there. I'm gonna take a picture of her.
You guys can look at the view. Oh gosh. Why is my bag like that? It's like.
No, and then with the falls in the back, that's nice. All right, let's go. Let's go make our way down there, and then we'll make it quick, and then we'll come back up and do some reading.
Yeah, because we've been neglecting that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not good. Heard like the Sigma and the Sony ones that are equivalent to this is heavier than this. Just because this is more of like a cheaper build, glass, and just cheaper build for the Tamron, just to make it cheap and affordable, right?
Y'all hear that?
Yep. But I think it does a phenomenal job. Maybe because I've just never really used
Sponsor this guy.
Sony or anything like that. Yeah, Tamron, please sponsor me. Give me a 16. Give me a wide zoom lens, please. To review, you know. So I already have your 28 to 75.
Yeah.
Got the 28 to 75, but then I also have this 70 to 180. Now I just need a 16 to 25 or something. Dude, this bag is so handy. Yo,
Tell us about the bag.
Okay, the bag. I got a K&F sling bag. I think it's like a 12 liter bag. But man, I can fit my camera body in there. I got 2 lenses in here. I even got a drone. I got some ND filters. I got my DJI mic in here. Look, it even carries your tripod. Dude, so much. And you got like another zipper here, another zipper there. And it was, I think, like 40, maybe 70 bucks. I forget, but it was definitely a lot cheaper than like Pure Gear, freaking, what's that other one? Peak Design. Peak Design is so expensive, man. Like, this is good enough for me. Freaking neck. I wish they made batteries a little. Yeah, the battery just died. So I just wish and hope that they make more affordable options for batteries, because batteries are expensive, man. It's not cheap.
Yes.
Alright, let's get her going.
Let us know if you guys have been here before
Yeah.
and your experience.
Wait. You could be a model for Osmo Pocket. Sheesh.
Just send it in.
Yeah, bro, it's like, hey guys, please sponsor. We're broke. Alright, let's make our way back then.
A little.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, we're gonna go up, back up, and we're gonna have a little bit of a Bible reading, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a breakfast, I guess. No, we're gonna have a little bit of a snack.
Yeah.
And
Snack
then,
time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a snack, then have a breakfast, and then yeah, we'll keep it moving. We'll go to like a camp spot to have some breakfast.
Some sandwiches.
Heck yeah, bro.
Hopefully I made enough. I think I only made 8.
Okay.
That's like 5 for you and 3 for me, so.
Maybe we could split 4 if we need. I'm just gonna put this away and then we'll see you guys later. Sheesh, guys.
So, you can have one? I ain't going first, I've already had. Yo! We just did our reading.
Yep, we just finished the reading. Now I am flying the drone. If you guys want to see, I guess here, come up here, man.
Man? I'm not a man.
So we have our drone currently somewhere over there. It's still within eye shot because I see it. It's just a speck.
Where is it?
And she's my spectator.
Oh.
Because you're supposed to have a partner. Look, you can see the river.
I don't know, old.
This is another DJI product. It's a DJI Mini 3 Pro. Literally, when I bought this, the Mini 4 Pro came out, and I was just like, great, sweet. And I crashed this thing due to like being stupid and dumb. That's a sick shot. Nice. I'll take that, and then we'll bring it back home.
Bring it back home. Is the flashing light the battery?
Oh, like the zebras?
No, that.
Oh yeah, for the RC. Bro, I have not charged this in months and it's still good. I'm just like the like that.
Dang. Sounds like a good product to me, yo.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's good for what it is.
I want to film this thing coming back.
Oh, it's right above us.
He said it's a good vlog. Guys, it's above us. You gotta pick it up. Oh. Boom. Look at that.
Sheesh. I'm always scared of breaking this thing, I swear. Yeah, look at that thing. It's pretty sweet. Nice. First time flying this in a while and it feels good. So hope I don't crash it next time. Sweet. Well, let's take a look at some of the footage. All that thing's there. I guess we can kind of look at it here. Let's go. What even is it? Weejo.
You only took 3? 5?
3.
3?
I don't know when these were. 2023.
Dang. It's been 2 years, bro.
This is the low resolution video.
Dang.
Take a little cinematic pan.
Oh, it's so cute.
Let's see, what about this one? So it's kind of the rolling one. The orbit. If I get it right.
That's nice. So you guys can't really see, there's a glare.
Is that better?
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
This one right? That one?
Yeah.
That's funny. Nice. Alright, let's go put these away. And then we are now headed to a camp spot to have some breakfast. Well,
Yes.
it's a little bit more like brunch now, but
Oh, that's okay. That means I'll be feasting.
Alright.
Alright, peace.
That off. What's going on, my people? We are oh, here you go. We are just somewhere now in by Abraham Lake. One of the camps that are near the lake. We're just kind of having a little bit of, I guess, brunch. It's a little bit windy, but hopefully it's not catching too much.
I'd say lunch.
Brunch. Oops, that didn't work. I'll just go here. So we're having a little bit of a, lunch? Lunch, we're having lunch. What do we got? Well, she made some food. I took some pictures earlier, but She made some freaking sourdough bread with what, ham?
Pepper ham,
Pepper ham.
cheese, mayo, and mustard. And then I brought pickles to put inside.
Frick yeah. Dude, it was fire. So
Pickles add so much.
oh, I guess we should do a recap so they know what our reading was about. We did Acts chapter 3, and it was basically just talking about how it was a crippled man who always like was going at the what's called beautiful gates or beautiful gate.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was always there, begging people for money, and all that. And then Peter and John were passing by the gates, and the man asked them for money. And the response we got from Peter was just like, I don't got no money, but I'll give you what I have. And he literally said, I think in quotations, in the name of Jesus, the Nazarene, get up and walk. And I was just like, dang. That brother said, get up and walk. But I like the fact that it emphasizes like it happening through the name of Jesus, and it's not just like Peter and John doing that for their own kind of gain or from their own, I guess, power, but it came from the name of Jesus, which is crazy because it's like, imagine just speaking a name over somebody and saying get up and walk, and then boom, he walks. It's like, dang, son. And that's like that same God that that Peter and John called upon, Jesus, is the same Jesus that we have today. And so it's like, it's like we have that same God who can make the lame walk, or the mute speak and the deaf hear. So it's like, and it's all real, right? It's like we've seen so many things out in the world that it's just like, dang, how did that happen? Right? And it's like that same God back then is the same God now. So why can't he do the same thing through you? So it's just like a matter of, I guess, your faith and your belief. If you believe it's going to happen, if you truly, have faith that God can move mountains, and it's like they are going to move, right?
Yeah.
But that was kind of like the main thing that I got from it. It's just like, God has given you the authority over everything, right? And God has given you the power through his son, who shed his blood on the cross for us and who died on the cross for our sins. He's given us authority through that to be able to, just have authority over things. And I just find that pretty cool. So it's like, just don't forget that you have that authority. It's just like, are you going to use it? It's kind of like whether or not you accept a free gift or not. Or no, that doesn't make any sense. Cut that out. It's just like, yeah, it's just, if you have something, you might as well use it, and use it well. Kind of like a gift. Like, if you have a gift for music, you should excel in it and do it well. If you have a gift of encouragement, then encourage people and do that well. I just thought that was pretty cool. But what about you? What was your, I guess, key takeaway?
Why am I forgetting? Oh yeah. So what was the man's name? Did he have a name? So the man that was like begging for money, the lame man. It just reminded me that sometimes when Christians pray, we can ask for a lot of things, like worldly things, as in like, I don't know, like a car or something like that, something we want, but we should be focused more on praying for like spiritual health or growth. And yeah, just like having the fruits of the Spirit too. Yeah, you can still like ask for things though, but just make sure you ask for that spiritual growth more often. Because then you'll have a better mindset with when you are gifted with those things. And then you can thank the Lord for them.
Yeah. Kind of like that thing that my dad always says, like, have the 5 things balanced: your physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual. And there's 5 things that my dad is always just like, get those balanced and everything in life will be good. And I feel like the most important one of that is spiritual. Just because, like, if something isn't right spiritually, then you're going to be affected mentally, emotionally. You get affected by the mental and emotional. And if your mental and emotional are affected, your physical and financial are also affected. So it's like if your spiritual isn't balanced, if your faith, your morals, your beliefs aren't in the right place, per se, or then everything else just kind of falls apart. Because like for me, like we're creatures made to worship. It's like even if you don't believe in the Bible or believe in what Christianity is, like you still believe and worship something, whether that be like a complete belief in yourself, or that would be a belief in money, a belief in, I don't know, your possessions, right? It's like we're made to worship. And so it's just like, if we're made to worship, what are we supposed to worship? And then it's like, well, who made us? Or why are we here? Right? Then it's like there's got to be a creator. There's no way everything that we see here is just like plop chance. That don't make no sense. And I've talked about a lot of it with my clients who are like they're Catholics, they're non-Christian, they don't believe it. You know, they were once in the church and, you know, kind of don't believe it anymore. And whatever not. But and it's just cool to see that even though they maybe are not necessarily, you know, grew up as a Christian or believers, that they, you know, most of my clients who aren't Christians and kind of weren't non-believers or weren't raised in a Christian home, all of them were I was kind of probing a little bit, right, asking questions. It's like, dang, man, like, do you believe that this all just came by chance? Like, it's crazy, like, because especially in personal training, right? I work as a personal trainer, especially with our bodies, like the way our bodies adapt and the way everything is just programmed to adapt, right? If you're just living a sedentary life, your body's gonna adapt to that. If you're living in a environment where you're continuously challenged, then your body's gonna adapt to that, physically, mentally, or whatever not. And so I just tell them, like, isn't that crazy how everything is programmed to just adapt and work the way it should? Because, like, if you lose an arm or you lose your sight or you lose your hearing, something else gets kind of enhanced. You know, and it's like it goes to the next best thing. And it's like that doesn't just happen by chance. Because I was talking with my client, if it happened by chance, like if I just happened to be like healthy, mentally good, you know, emotionally well, like my physical capabilities, I'm thankful and grateful to have all my physical capabilities. Like if all that just came to chance, then we should have a lot more people who are almost like in a de-evolutionized state where people, you know, have, I don't know, what do you call this? A better evolution per se, right? Because if it all happened by chance, then we'd have like some blob of meat, right? But we don't. everyone just comes out as human, and you all have a kind of genetic potential, right? And it's your kind of almost responsibility, if you want to take it as a responsibility, to unlock that potential. Because everyone, sure, like just genetic advantages, sure, right? But everyone has a genetic potential, and it's still your choice to unlock that. And where I'm going with this, it's like, with all that said, it's like there's no way it all just came by chance and people would just say big bang, boom, bang, blah. Chance, explosion, life. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And if it was all evolution based, like if you had 3 arms, it'd be so much easier to do something, right? But obviously there are some genetic mutations, but not an evolution, right? And so that's kind of just the low percent mutation, right? That's just kind of the, what do you call that? The exceptions, right? That's not necessarily an evolution. That's just a mutation. It's different. So it's like there's no way you can accept that there isn't a higher being, at least something that programmed everything to happen. Like even if you think about it, like I have my own conscious thoughts, you have your own conscious thoughts, you guys have your own conscious thoughts. Where did that come from? Right? Because if it all happened by chance, then there should be some people who don't have a conscious thought and they're just like, they just exist. And they're just kind of have no soul almost. You know what I mean? Which is kind of wild to think about. Right? Because it's like, if it happened by chance, then some people are just walking with no consciousness. Right? Because that's so it's like you have to have been created intentionally and not just by chance. But anyway, I went on a rant about something. I don't even know where that came from, but it's like, it's crazy. That's my rant for today, I guess.
I was gonna mention, when you, like the 5 things you mentioned, like if you actually look at like the hand for an example, you said like spiritual is most important. You could think of that as like the thumb, because it's hard to use these without the thumb.
Can you imagine like gripping like that and you're like...
Yeah. Does that even make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like imagine trying to grab this without a thumb.
I mean, you can, but it's
You
hard.
can, but you gotta grab it like that. Who the frick grabs like that? But yeah, it's just crazy how like the world works, I guess. And that there's just like so many other things that we don't think about all the time. Right? 'Cause sometimes depending on our circumstances where we're at, it's like either it feels like the world's against us or it feels like the world is with us. It feels like just kind of living life. But I don't know. It's life is life.
Life is life.
Life is life and food is food, so give me some. Oh, my ankle's like asleep. But yeah, let me know what you guys are. I don't know, whoever subscribe. I don't know. If I'll put this on YouTube, I probably will. Might as well. But just let me know down in the comments or something, like what your guys' thoughts about that are. Whether or not you believe in Christianity or whatever, right? It's just like, what are your thoughts on whether things were created intentionally or just happened? Because I'm just curious to hear what people believe. That's kind of like not bread and butter. That's not my bread and butter. That's like, that's just something that I love talking about. I love hearing other people's opinions and just having a conversation, and not like, you're wrong, because you're wrong. Not a lot of like shouting. I just like have conversations. Because
Get that crunch in there.
it's just interesting where people come from, or different backgrounds, different life experiences. A lot of people have a lot of things to say. You can disagree about what someone said, but they can make a really good point. And you're like, dang.
It makes you think.
Yeah, it does. It's good. It's good to have conversations like that. Because in that way, too, you just understand where each other's coming from more. Right? And you're not always just assuming. Like, I had a client who had a lot of assumptions about the church. And so I was trying to dig deeper and kind of like ask, questions that weren't like just, oh my gosh, why don't you believe that? Like, oh. Right? It's like I just genuinely wanted to know. And by the end of it, I had a little bit more understanding. He just didn't agree with, the things that a certain church was doing. And we kind of just found a common ground where nothing is inherently good or bad. It just depends on what you do with it. Right? Like, I brought up alcohol. Like, alcohol isn't necessarily bad. It just depends on how you use it. Like, you can use it to clean a wound, or you can use it to waste your life away. Right? And then he was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And same thing with the knife. You can use it to cook food, or you can use it to literally harm somebody. So, stuff like that. It's interesting. I love hearing people's opinions. And just sharing opinions too. It's good. Create some understanding between differences. And that's probably the most important thing. I don't know why I was waving that. I was trying to get rid of crumbs, but there's no crumbs. Makes me look like a smoker. I swear I don't smoke. I've never smoked in my life. It seems like a freaking, what is that? Muscle memory? I swear, guys, I don't smoke. I've never smoked.
I mean, you're smoking hot, though.
Leaving me speechless. Chill, man. Yeah. So, leave it down in the comments below what your opinions are on, I guess, let's say, like whether there's a creation or just even some higher being, or a creator or higher being. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Comment it down below. I love to know. Yeah, you got anything to say?
I don't think so.
You got any rabbit trails you want to go down? Is there ever anything we disagree with or disagree about, you and I?
Not so far.
You and I.
Well, even if we have small disagreements, we always find a way to kind of work around it anyways. So far.
Work around it or work through it?
With it. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know a third option existed.
Yeah.
The frick?
Yeah, my brain just came up with that on the spot. So
Sheesh.
this. Are you done with the meat?
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that from outside?
I don't know.
Best not to think about it too much.
Do you want more meat before I put this back?
I'll have some more later.
Look at that. This is why I have these.
Nice. We could probably bring some of that during a hike. Oh yeah. After this, probably take a good... It's only going to take
Cheese?
30 minutes, I think. 30, 45. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
And what I'm scared of, though, on the way back, because it's a little sketchy.
Tip over.
So I'll have the camera on just so out, and you'll be filming.
What?
Huh?
In the front seat?
Yeah.
Because I should be in the car so that the weight is up.
So basically, when we're making our way here, the car was just tilted. I was just like, if we fall, we fall. So on the way back,
We almost did.
let's just hope it doesn't fall. I mean, the car. And it can stand. Because it's also super windy. And I don't feel good. Honestly, if I could, I would stay here all night.
Yeah.
And wait the wind off. But we don't have that option, clearly. Plus, we got a whole day ahead of us, and I don't really want to, take too long. Wait, that's on camera.
Just do cheek. ASMR.
It's for Hannah.
Yeah, we know Hannah loves that sound.
Yep. I'll probably just leave this back here. Well, I'm at 60% battery. Anyway, I'm at 60% battery. I'll meet you guys. We're going to show either footage of me trying to drive as carefully as I can to not tip over. As well as some of our other stuff that we're going to do today. Like our hiking and getting to kind of like a nice viewpoint.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then we'll kind of meet up with you guys, and hopefully the battery by the end of it doesn't die. If it does, I'll probably just use the Osmo Pocket 3 because that thing is a beast of a freaking camera anyway. But other than that, we'll see you guys probably on the hike. Peace.